Hi, welcome to a second video on using Raspberry Pi 2 for the robot operating system with use of Python. Using the robot operating system is not new to me, but using Python for it is new. And last time I tried to extend a program that publishes a string with some code that publishes a number. From an example, I thought I could use a very simple, straightforward thing, but that didn't work, and on better studying you have to do some more for it. And for instance, you can't use this as it is because this should be in a custom message file. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. I am going to create a second publisher, and I use public speaker just as well, but here comes the difference. I'm not going to use a string, I'm going to use int32 multi-array. That should be it. And then for queue size it will be the same. So let me widen the window a bit. So this is the new publisher. Then for A, I am wait, that is too early thought. This is going to be different because I'm not going to use data, I'm going to use just one number. Of course, a multi-array is absolutely overkill for this number, but I want to try it anyway. And then of course this has to be pub2. Now let me see, do I have to change this? Yes, in fact I would, because here I use string and I want to use multi-array, which, if I'm correct, is correct. So I say int32 multi-array, and this should work. So I'm saving this, don't forget to save this, and then this is what I'm going to do as use as terminal for the publisher and the other one for the subscriber. So here I say cat can make, because, and that is a little bit very different from usual. Normally Python, you can use Python and then as an argument use the Python script. In this case with ROS you have to do cat can make. That seems to be fine. So another thing is I have to use, let me do that in a new tab, because I can't run ROS without ROS core running. Now ROS core is running. Very good. And now I say ROS run. And then the package to which is exists, and then RaspberryPi and then publisher. Ouch. Int 32 multi-array is not defined, and that will be a warning to me, because then I say ROS run pi and then subscriber will have the same problem. Yes, multi-array is not defined, so I need to find out what that is. I made a mistake here, but which one? The error I make with int32 multi-array is not that it is not existing. The error is I haven't imported it yet. So int32 multi-array, and I have to do the same here. Which includes that I have to do that I will write exactly the same here and exactly the same here. So let's see how this ends up. A valid number of arguments, that is a nice one. Do I have an error here? Wait a second, I haven't run catkin make yet. Alright, then okay, let's try again. No, same problem. Alright, then just subscribing to something that is not being published at the moment. But okay, let me quit this and find out what is wrong with the publisher. Invalid number of arguments is which? Multi-array. Okay, so let's add a number of numbers here. Hopefully that is the problem. Nope, it isn't. Arguments should be layout and data. That I didn't figure that out using the example, so something is wrong here apparently. What if I use it exactly like that? Alright, Go for it again. Alright. Not what I expect. So I need to dive into this once again. And until I get this right, this won't run. So let's see how I can fix this. I have searched the internet for clues and solutions. I also have tried numerous things to get rid of the error that I get invalid number of arguments. Should be layout and data. So far I don't manage to solve it. So I am going to follow the solution given in the example, the first example actually, which means that I keep it in this, and I need to say that I have to do then would be an int list where then a.data is this. However, I need to make a message. So I'm going into the source, into the robot Pi, and here let's see what is in source. Nothing yet. What is in scripts? This is in scripts, and I need to have a message, and messages are usually in .msg. So I need to find a way to actually create a message in which I create something called int list. And if you remember that I had something like int list a, and then this should be different, but this is the solution to my problem, since I can't figure out how to put a multidimensional array, int32 multi-array, into a form that works for me. The problem is also that when looking for this, I find quite a few examples using C++ and scarce information on Python, while Python is equally supported. And since C++ and Python are not the same language, they have both their own grammar and style, so I can't use that. Ordinarily you can port programs, translate them, but then you have to know exactly how things like this are dealt with. I don't know that, I can't find it, so I skip it. So now I want to know exactly how a message is being dealt with in this case. Do I have to create it? I want to see if I can do that, so I create a directory message. And I will have to create something. So let me do this and then find out during the tutorials if I did it the correct way. So this I call for now intlist.msg, and I insert intlist a. And I'm very curious how this will end up. So I will remove this now, and we'll see if this is correct, and then we'll find out how to go on. I was pretty close. I have to go back in here. What I do have to do is, well, it's not a do have to do, it's a will do. I change this to num message. Yes. Then there's a package XML, and in order to use the message I will have to change this. And let's see. Okay, that should be quite alright actually. I think so anyway. So with the message created, let's correct the code, because here is a little problem. Actually in the message is a little problem. Let me check for safety's sake. Yes, this has to be not in the list. Alright, this is it. And 32, and the point is that now I probably have to change int list into num, but I'm not entirely sure about that. And this is for me a learning curve as well. So let me just see how this ends up, if it ends up. So I'm out of here. I don't like to retype things, so but let's do this. Num is not defined. And this is indeed just trying to get things running. So this means that my understanding isn't apparently not that good. Let me find out more. Alright, the error here is because I have to do it like this. This is the name of the message, NUM, and that is the way I have to put this. Then I will have to put in the package a line anyway, and that is build depend RaspberryPi build and run depend, and that should be also contain message generation. So I'm going to add those lines. And I say message generation, and here I say message runtime. Those lines have to be in it. And if everything is alright now, I actually should be able to use it. But will I? Either here should be brackets or none, but I will figure out soon enough. So save and actually run it. Num is not defined. So once again, let's try. Num is not defined, and that is quite strange. That would mean that the message is not built. So let me do a catkin make. Contains a package, must be invoked in the root of the workspace. C. So this is the root of the workspace. And now would be correct. So let's run. It's not defined. And this is strange because it is compiled correctly, except that this is not in place. Which is an oddity, and not a space oddity. Let's see if this is working. And it is still not okay. I have to find out how this goes. Which error am I making? So actually I had to make quite a few adjustments to the cMakeLists.txt to make sure that this num message, which I created earlier, is being generated, is being found and used when I run the program. And everything, every detail I had to uncomment, because this is a relatively new package I created. And then I'm talking about RaspberryPi, which I created myself. But the CMake list is fresh, it is a standard. So whatever you do with your own package, you'll have to adjust your CMake list and your package XML. So with that done, let me return here to the root of the workspace and repeat the catkin make. If everything is done right now, I should be able to actually run it the way I want it, which is not possible because it says an error occurs in message generation. So let me get back to CMake lists, and yes, typos are, as you can see, immediately taken and done with. So this is correct because it is num.msg. This is or should be correct. This is correctly spelled, message runtime, and that's it. So let's go back and try again. And building can take some time, but in this case it looks like everything is being generated and done. So now let's see if things actually do run. And then you see it doesn't run. Global name num is not defined. So following that tutorial and following the example, just to get a number or a range of numbers done, published, broadcasted, etc. Even then it can prove hard to do such things. And the question now is, why is this happening? So let me get back to, oops, no. So I have a package XML, let me review it. And I have here message generation as a build depend and run depend message runtime, which is exactly as it should be. Then I go to CMake list. Here there's message generation. Here, generate message in an MSG folder. This is it. So let me search for the MSG folder. Alright. And this is it. This should be correct. Int 32. So right now what is happening I don't know. I'll leave it at this for now. Learning experiences can take time. Sometimes they happen quickly, sometimes not. So thank you for watching. If you like my videos and learning experiences, please subscribe to my YouTube. If you like it, consider supporting my blog and videos by allowing advertisements to run between video segments. If not, please visit my website, which is shown under my video, to find another way of supporting. And in the meantime, to be continued.